Should you sell your home in 2022? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about what your options are in this hyper-competitive market. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am your host, Leo Landaverde, real estate agent and investor, helping you build wealth in real estate. If you are thinking about buying or selling real estate, then you come to the right place. So I encourage you to please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. So, should you sell your home in 2022? Before you do, there is a lot of questions that you need to have answered to be able to understand what your next step is going to be. So, have you considered where you will live, right? Are you moving up or down? Are you upgrading your house? Are you downgrading? Are you at a place in your life that you're actually retiring and want less overhead? Then some things that are to consider. But the reality is that home prices in 2022 and beyond will continue to rise, so play your cards carefully. The last thing you want to do is to sell your home for a handsome profit and have no place to live. So you need to really consider it as like a 1-2 punch. Selling your house and buying another house if that's what you wish to do. If you're the kind of person that is going to sell their house but then later live in an RV and tour the country, that's a specific situation. But I'm talking to those of you who are actually going to sell a home and then buy another home. If you're going to do that, here are 5 things you need to do today to maximize the value of your home so you can get max top dollar. Number 1, make your house move-in ready. This is very important. So you see, buyers right now are willing to pay top dollar for a house that is in move-in condition, meaning they just park their U-Haul in front of the house, bring their things in, make it their home, do nothing else. Now, if you understand that, they're willing to pay anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000. I've heard even people pay up to $50,000 for a house that is move-in ready. Now, it behooves you to have your house move-in ready if you want to get top dollar. Think about the return on investment of every small thing that you fix around the house. Cosmetic things, like for instance, a leaky faucet, things, broken tiles, and if you have a home that has tiles, broken tiles, things that you would think that kind of a nuisance that a handyman can do are worth top dollar to a buyer, because it's not just the money to the buyer, it's actually the nuisance, the time that they have to invest to get their house moving ready. Those days are gone that buyers were looking for houses to fix up. Let me give you a specific case scenario. I had a buyer that was willing to let go of a house and not make an offer on a house that needed about $10,000 worth of yard work, but was willing to pay $40,000 for a house that was above asking price because it was moving ready. Now, here's what I would say about that. I know that a home inspection is a buyer's responsibility, but if you're a discerning seller willing to get top dollar for your home, it behooves you to hire a home inspector. Now, the home inspector will come through the house from the point of view from buyer, and you're gonna know exactly what the home needs to be repaired. Now, you don't have to fix everything, but the things that you choose to fix are the things that are cosmetic, the things that are readily able, that the eye can see, and things that are gonna make be important for a buyer. So if you really want to make a great return on investment, get a home inspection done long before you put the house on the market, so you understand exactly what it's required, so you can actually get the most for your house. Hey, are you thinking about doing some real estate investing here in the Central Valley? Drop me a comment below and let's connect. There are plenty of opportunities here that we don't have anywhere else, so I'm hoping to connect with you. Number 2, brighten up your home. But that means lighting. You will be amazed what the amount of bright lighting will do to a home. If your house has skylights, it's great. But a house that is dark won't take good pictures, and it puts you at a disadvantage. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but if the beholder cannot see the beauty of the house, then you're in trouble. So I would say a darkness in a house can make it feel uninviting, dirty, and even cramped. So before you decide to put your home on the market, I would hire a consultant to come in and actually, amazing how a few pieces of strategic recessed lighting will do to the perceived value of the home. And here's the important thing, is perception. Perception is reality for a buyer. Now, things that you wouldn't think about is like, I will do another video when I go deeper into some of these things, but you gotta really disassociate yourself emotionally from your house, and you got to think about from a buyer's perspective what a buyer wants is they're willing to pay for. Lighting is a big deal. Now, if you have the money to invest, maybe $1,000 worth of lighting could get you an extra $10,000 worth of return investment. That's a 10-to-1 to your every dollar you spend, and the right amount of lighting for your homes. Now, with that said, if a house curb appeal begins when you're pulling up to the house, if the house has great lighting and great lights in the front yard, oh my gosh, it makes a big difference from a buyer's perspective, because what they do is they're gonna drive through the house during the day and they're gonna drive at night. And the kind of lighting that they see at night is really gonna bring them home. They're gonna see themselves hanging out and entertaining people and having people pull up to their home at night. That's gonna be a big deal, and that comes because of lighting. Number 3, declutter and prep your house to sell. Now, here's the 2 words that I want you to remember if you ever watch this video again. Minimalist elegance. Now, there's something to be said about, even if you have a smaller home that doesn't have a lot of stuff makes the rooms look bigger. Have you ever seen the show Hoarders? The houses where you can really even come into the house. There's something about people getting, really uncomfortable about clutter, getting, claustrophobia from being enclosed in a small space. So what you want to do is you want to go through your house, again, through the eyes of a buyer, and figure out what is that you have junk around the house that you can get rid of. And a lot of those places where the junk is, it could be in your closets, it could be in your garage, it could be definitely under the bed. There are places where people just accumulate junk, right? I know that a lot of us don't go through this exercise once a year and getting rid of the things that you don't need. So if you lived in a house for over 10 years, I guarantee you that you're gonna need to declutter your home and go through it, because you wanna have your buyers, whoever's gonna buy your home, really put their spin on it, to walk in it and get their own vision of what their house, which is your house, if there was their house, what it would look like. And the lesser stuff on the walls, except for those strategic things, which another tip is you might want to have a decorator or a staging designer to really help stage your home, because that helps reduce the clutter. Having somebody tell you, get rid of this, add this. But decluttering your home is a great exercise. Now, if you're looking for a quick turnaround and you don't want to do that yourself, hiring a professional organizer may be a good thing, because they understand the trends. They understand what people are looking for nowadays. People are willing to live in smaller homes. And the reason why this tiny home movement is really big is because people don't want to buy a lot more stuff. They really want to have less to enjoy more. So less is more, hence minimalist elegance. So if you can achieve that, you may make your 2,000 square foot home look like a 4,000 square foot home if you do it right. Number 4, hire a real estate agent. Not just hire any real estate agent, hire the best real estate agent that understands the neighborhood where you are and how to maximize the value of your home. And this is important. Now, there are a lot of tools nowadays that real estate agents, that are the ones that are sophisticated, understand, that will use to maximize the value of your home and give you the advice long before you actually put your house in the market, like some of the things that we've been talking about to enhance the value of your house. But just simple terms, right now, just to give you an idea, across the state and different parts of the country, the average price per square foot is increasing. Now, I am in the Central Valley, California, where the average for the 4 counties, Fresno, Tulare, Kings, and Madera County, has been $225 across all neighborhoods, across all properties, single-family residence. So, just to give you some basic math, a 2,000 square foot home, at $200 per square foot is a $400,000 home. But the price in real estate is subjective. Now, you may have, if you buy if you're selling a house that is in mint condition, you're only gonna be as the value of the properties that are similar size you're competing against, because that's what we call comparable sales. It is important that you hire a real estate agent that understands how to actually do the comparables right. Now, you can do some of the work on your own. You can actually go to Zillow and Redfin and Trulia and actually understand what the properties in your neighborhood, in the 1 mile radius where you live, how much they're selling for. But not just how much they're selling for right now, which is what we call the listing prices, how much properties have sold recently in the last 6 months. Any appraiser will take the last 6 months and look at not what the properties were listed for, but what they sold for. It's very important that you understand that. Now you can get an idea about the square footage of your home versus the average market for the 1 mile radius. It'll give you an idea what your house could sell for. Now, a good real estate agent is like an investment, right? You're gonna get a return investment, but not all returns are the same. So you need to make sure you have somebody who understands how to sell quickly. Now, it just so happens that right now, probably in the last 2 years, since basically the break of the pandemic, it's been a seller's market. There's very, very low inventory. Now, if you're thinking about selling your home, I would say you also need to think about where you're gonna land once you sell your home. So it's very important to understand that you need to get the highest price you can get. Now, could you sell your home on your own? Absolutely. Could you do a pretty good job? Yes, if you can watch the videos, you can actually, you can use multiple tools to sell it yourself. But you really can't understand or learn real estate, a lifetime worth of real estate experience, trying to sell your homes. It's really a professional's job. There is probably 30 forms that need to be involved in a real estate transaction if you're selling. There's liability that you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself against and the buyers. So you definitely need a professional. So hiring a good real estate agent is key. If you need help in the Central Valley, I'd love to be able to help you. So that's number 4. Number 5, pricing your house. Now, there's 2 philosophies when it comes to pricing. Now, I know if I was to sell my home, I would want to get the highest amount that I could get. Now, you can sell your house for whatever you want, but the reality is that the pricing is not really set by the seller. It's set by the buyer. The demand calls for the pricing. So the lesser inventory, the higher prices. So I don't think you have to do very much to sell your price at the listing price. Now, what's gonna make your house sell way beyond the listing price? What's gonna make your house sell $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 above asking price? That is the thing that you have to understand. Now, this is where the tools, the appraisal calculators, working with an appraisal, and all of this historical data will help to understand. But if you want to sell your house quickly, you want to go within $10,000 of what houses are selling for. Now, if your house has unique benefits, then those could command a higher price. Now, if you have a pool, it's going to command a higher price. If your house has 4 bedrooms versus 3 bedrooms, it's going to command a higher price. If you're in a certain zip code, if you're in a certain neighborhood, that's going to command a higher price. So it behooves you to get to understand your neighborhood, to find out what houses are selling for recently, and then you can really figure out what your strategy needs to be in order to get the highest price that you can get for your house. Having said all of that, I want to give you some advice. Now, here is the most important question that I think you should be asking yourself. It's not whether you're going to make a killing selling your home, because I think most of us, if you held the house for at least a year, you're going to make a lot of money. But what are you going to do with that money once you sell your house? What I think you should be asking yourself is, from the profits from the sale of your home, tax issues notwithstanding, will you have enough money to have somewhere to live after? Right? If you have multiple homes, if you're selling an investment property, that's different. But I'm talking to those of you who are actually moving up or down. If you're in the retiring years and you're about to be on fixed income and you're selling your biggest asset and you have this windfall of money, what are you going to do with that cash? Are you going to pay it in your next home in cash? Have you considered, perhaps having enough substantial down payment that makes your mortgage payment negligible if you have a mortgage payment? So I want you to think about those things, because what you should be doing, if you're actually trading homes, you should be simultaneously looking for your next house to buy. And this is working with a good real estate agent that understands what you're dealing with, can make or break your process. So I want you just to be aware of it. It's not about just selling your house, it's about where you're gonna live. Now, I know people who are actually selling their homes and actually getting an RV and just traveling the country, or selling their homes and moving into a condo and by the beach, or selling their home and just looking to declutter and live in a small home, because really, as you're getting older, cash flow is everything. So I just want you to think about that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me. I'm here to help you. Thank you for watching this video. For a limited time, I'm giving away my house flipping calculator and my maximum mortgage payment calculator. These are great tools you're gonna need in real estate investing, and they are my gift to you. So please follow the links so you can download them. Enjoy them.